Well, hey there, friends. You're watching Wired Up Retro, and today's episode number 74, having to do with what to do if your Atari 5200 controller isn't working. And this is a common problem. These controllers tend to oxidize, and the contacts inside need to be cleaned and maybe even upgraded, which is what our episode today is about. It's basically just going to be the simple way of doing the cleaning and doing the upgrade. So there are videos on YouTube that go further into this than my video will, and I'll leave a link below to a video that's very comprehensive. But yeah, this is for those of you who have a 5200 controller that just doesn't work and you're thinking, how quick could I get this accomplished? I'm hoping that within 10 minutes, 15 minutes, with the right tools and the right materials, you'll have this accomplished. This is my only working 5200 controller, and when I first got it, it didn't have its potentiometer set up inside the controller quite right, and I think it's because the former user had decided to open it up once, and once you do that, it's kind of hard to put it back together, but I'll be sure to show you the method. Now this particular controller I have gotten into and opened it up and messed with it a little bit to get it working well. It doesn't have the upgrade. It's just the regular old little contact points that are carbon dots they call them. And so the upgrade may not be necessary for many years. I think that this controller has done well for a long, long time when it comes to, contact of the buttons with the flex circuit board. Yeah, there we go. There's really no rhyme or reason why some 5200 controllers don't have trouble with oxidation and others do. It's just that the vast majority of them do. If you get lucky and find one like this, you're in luck. All right, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to open it up, and we'll show you what to do to get this thing working. Okay, so we've got our tools and our products that we're going to use in this project. I've got all my non-working 5200 controllers sitting here. This one says Taiwan on the back, made in Taiwan. This one is made in who knows where. It's just a blank on that. But this one does have still its pink cellophane over the surface there. That's kind of looking brand new. This one doesn't say where it was made on the back. This one says it was made in Taiwan. And this one says USA. I have also got one that I had ordered with some other controllers that were defective. This is kind of a parts controller, but it says Mexico on the back. I've heard that the Mexico controllers are not the ones you really want to use because they are falling into disrepair more quickly than the other types. When it comes to the tools, you do need a regular old Phillips head to unscrew all 3 screws on each controller that you're going to repair. You also want a flathead, not a really big one, kind of a small one. You could even get another flathead screwdriver, and this one is a little bit more narrow than that, and it's also a little bit more of a knife edge. This can come in handy when trying to pry open from here, getting it open, twisting. This very narrow one does come in a little more handy than this one. You're just going to need some scissors. You've got this Scotch foil tape. I guess it's got a model number 3311. The foil tape is shiny silver. You're going to need Q-tips. Let's go ahead and open that. Plenty of Q-tips there for us. And then 91% isopropyl alcohol. And I also have a hole punch just in case. This is 1/8 inch. Could come in handy for the project. And then you've got this very thin cardboard. You can call it cardstock possibly. This is going to come in handy for popping off the little bezel or the frame over your start, pause, and reset buttons. Okay. Now on this particular controller, the one thing I noticed was that the cord, you'd have to go like this to get it to register anything, and that's kind of a hassle. I do like that nice boot, which really helps it to recenter quickly and well. So I don't know, I may want to just use the top part of this and put it on maybe this one, which has a good cord, and just get rid of the bottom section that has the cord. Anyway, I'll think about that. I'm going to put it away for right now because the cord's bad. There's so many different things that can go wrong with these kind of controllers, but yeah, it's one of those things. What we're trying to fix here are basically buttons that don't work, and if the stick doesn't work, that's going to rule it out for this project. But pretty much all these sticks work. I believe this one works. I can't say I'm 100% sure about that, but yeah, if you run into a problem with the stick not working, a common issue is how the person before you tried to put it back together put it together, because that sometimes renders the stick not working. And so I'll show you that and how to fix it. Another interesting thing worth pointing out here is that the frame here is different from this one's frame. And actually, these two have the same frame, and then these two have the same frame. They're different in some ways. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and open this one up for right now. Okay, there's a couple of ways to get this frame or bezel off. One way is to use that cardboard, and you can take your, let's take this and try to get underneath and lift. There, it just pops off. So that's one way to do it. The other way is to, once you've opened it up, you can actually push in from behind. Anyway, this is part of your flex circuit, and these are probably going to need some cleaning, so I'm going to go ahead and do that while we got it. At least this part of it is open. You don't want to rub too hard, but you are going to just clean it up with this alcohol. On one of my controllers, I rubbed a little too hard, and it sort of disintegrated the plastic because the isopropyl alcohol is a bit high at 91%. So a gentle rubbing is really all you want to do here, not a really bunch of heavy rubbing. All right, so that's pretty well clean. It doesn't look like that's having a major issue. Now on the back of this, which is going to go on there, these are the black dots, carbon dots. Okay, these press and get against this to bring the signal. So let's go ahead and clean that, and I'll use more Q-tips here. So on the black dots, I'm going to show you here. It shows up as kind of a black on the Q-tip there. Yeah, that one's not that dirty, really. All right, get another Q-tip here. The cardstock can be placed, if that's on there like that, you can actually place it so that it doesn't risk pressing too hard on this plastic and leaving a mark. So that's why I have the cardstock. It's kind of protective. Okay, so to get it pulled apart, the front side is sometimes very difficult to unhook or undo. It's just wedged. So again, I'm going to use a pretty thin screwdriver to get under there. Just wrench it a little bit. There we go. Coming in from the sides and twisting. Yeah, there we go. Got it. And notice how that slides out like that. These can come off, and there's more of these buttons and more of these carbon dots to clean. Same with this one. More of this, more of that. Okay. Then you've got more carbon dots here. So I'm going to go ahead and do all the cleaning. Next, we're going to show you how to create the foil dot covers. Okay, so one way to do it is just to create very small slivers of this, and that just enough to cover. Let's say you peel the backing off of this, and once you got the backing off, you could lay it on this or on one of these carbon dots. And then once it's on there, it's going to have a very high level of adhesion, and it won't fall off for a long time. Another option, though, and that is the one I like the best, is to use the hole punch. But I will tell you this, peeling the backing off is challenging when it's circular, which is what this is going to be. So yeah, prepare for some trials when it comes to removing the backing, but you're going to need to have quite a few of these. So you can do squares or circles, whatever you want to do. Okay. So they all got caught in here, and I'll just pull them all out and lay them on the table here. And a lot of them are just clumped together. So I'm going to have to unclump them and then get the backing off. That's going to take a little time. So okay, I've gotten one that's peeled off, and I'm going to just lay that right there on the dot. There we go. Okay, so that one's centered on it pretty well, and we'll get on the rest of these. So I'll come back after we got that all taken care of. Okay, so I've got every one of those foil dots adhered to these carbon dots, and it'll just go here. Okay, and then this I'll put on in a minute, but let's slide these buttons into place. I've got the foil dots on these buttons. So this is a little mechanism that can fall through or fall out, so you have to be careful about that. And this is going to have to be straight up and down, not sideways when you put it back together. So I'm going to take that through here. And we're going to line, another thing, before I do this. This has to be pointed at 6 o'clock, and this has to be pointed at 9 o'clock. All right, now we're ready. If you don't have them lined up like that, the stick will not work. You're not going to get any stick control, and it's going to be a bummer. So, all right. Okay. There we go. All right, and to get this frame back into, let's get this start, pause, and reset thing set up right where it's supposed to be. The frame just gets clicked right over it. It's actually pretty straightforward. Once it clicks into place, it's there. And it's going to be good. This needs to go further up. Make sure the keypad is not misaligned. And that is now feeling pretty good. Yeah, you can kind of tell it's locked in. All right, I'm going to put those screws back in, and we'll plug it in. We'll see how the controller works. Okay, now for the moment of truth. I got Moon Patrol up. Let's see here if I press the star key. Yep, that changes from 1 player to 2 players. Pound key, beginner, champion. Hey, those work. And let's see here. Start. Start works. We'll see how it goes. I'm using the buttons on the right here. Both those work. Oops. All right, try again. My buttons on the left don't appear to be working. Okay, so I'm going to probably have to go in and determine what's up with that. Okay, we're back, and we're going to give this another shot. I did do the proper extra cleaning. Okay, so again we got champion, yeah, good. Okay, so start the game, hoping for the best. Left button's still not working. So, that's interesting. I was hoping that those would work. So there must be some issue with the flex circuit on that left side, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to use this controller as a right buttons only controller. So I have determined that some of my other controllers need new flex circuits inside. I'd have one where the start button will work, but the buttons on the left won't work. The buttons on the right, maybe one will work or two will work. I've got like 3 controllers that are like that. I've got one that start button doesn't work, but everything else does work. So anyway, flex circuit issues, there can be breaks in them, continuity problems with the electric current going through there. So I've managed to fix one of my controllers to be almost as good as the perfect one I showed at the beginning of the episode. The only problem with this one is I can't get the left buttons to work, but all other buttons on this work and the joystick works fine. So I'm going to leave that one as is. Now the 3 I had some trouble with are these 3. In fact, this one, the stick keeps going to the right. It's a potentiometer problem. I'll fix that maybe some other day. So I'm left with these 2, and I have decided that since these definitely have the problem with the flex circuit inside, I'm going to replace the flex circuits of these 2 controllers, and I've ordered a gold flex circuit, actually 2 of them. And this gold flex circuit cost me about $20 for each one. I ordered them through eBay. I'll put the link below to the eBay auction if you want to take a look at that product, and we'll see how it goes. All right, let's install them. Okay, so I think I'll work on this controller. This is one where both the left buttons work. This one works, but this one doesn't. The whole keypad doesn't work. These buttons do work, but anyway, we're just going to get rid of the old flex circuit, and we'll worry about that second controller later, but let's get into this one. So to take this flex circuit out, you just have to peel away on both sides. There's adhesive here. Pull it away and leave some adhesive there on each side. So yeah, it's still sticky, so it should be fine once we get the new flex circuit on board. I'm going to lift this up. It just pops out. This also has some adhesive on it. It's still sticky. All right, so we're just going to unplug that from the plug-in point, and there, it's out. So out with the old, in with the new gold flex circuit. Here we come. All right, we got them. So these are newly manufactured, and looks like really interesting. Quite a contrast between the old and the new. Definitely interesting. All right, let's get this inserted. Hopefully I do this right. There we go. Then gonna have to bend that in. Get it stuck there. Bend this in, get it stuck here. So there are these little divots right there where you're supposed to slide that into a little, you can see where it goes, right in there. Okay, so I see it, it's easy. So yeah, I'm kind of thinking maybe I might need better tape, 2-sided tape. Let's take a look at this one. Yeah. Okay, so I just noticed something. This actually comes with its own double-sided tape. Look at that, amazing. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get this in the right spot and line it up. Beautiful. Look at that. All right, next one. Peel that off. All right. How convenient. Beautiful. All right. Yeah, that should work. All right, we'll get this back in here. Oh, that also has double-sided tape. Oh, look at that. Peel that off. I'm gonna have to unplug it from its socket. Try this. There we go. Beautiful. All right. Now, funny how you see these things after you do this. Okay. That goes back into its spot. Beautiful. All right, and then that's going to have to get folded back over here. All right. And then there are two little posts that poke right through. It's supposed to poke right through. There we go. Okay, so there we are. So I think that's about where it needs to be. Now we need to make sure these are lined up. There we go, 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock. And then make sure this is on track, straight up and down when I put it in its place. Beautiful. There we go. Don't think. Yeah, I think it did. It went in. Okay. Lay this back in to its spot. Like that. Start on the left, reset on the right. All right, let's go plug it in and we'll see how it works. Okay, so now the moment we've been waiting for, let's go ahead and get this plugged in. And let's press that asterisk button. Oh, look, that's working to change from 1 to 2 players. Pound button. Oh yeah, it's just a real light touch. Very nice. Let's see here. We'll go ahead and press start. Okay, that start button's working. And check the pause button. Oh yeah, pause is working. Great. There's my jump. All right, fire button on the left and jump button on the left. Working. Let's try the right hand. The right buttons. Oh, great. Oh, they're working. I am grateful. And everything's working. All right, so I want to show you another game. One of the games that can help you test the keypad is Emforay, and you'll hear a beep sound, changing to player 2, and different difficulty levels, I think. 5 works, 6 works, 7 works. So now 8 works too, yeah, right. But 9 and all the pound and asterisks and 0 won't work on this game. But there are some games that you can test those buttons with. But anyway, my keypad's working great. All buttons on the controller seem to be doing just fine. So yeah, let's see how this game works. All right, here we go. Wow, really accurate. I love the light touch that these buttons take. It's no longer press it in all the way. You just lightly tap it and you're in. As I mentioned before on other episodes of Wired Up Retro, you can get, what's nice about this game on the 5200 is you can get that plane going at a full bore speed or even just half speed if you're only pressing like halfway up on the stick. Like that would be halfway, and that's full. So you can moderate the speed with that analog control. Makes this version extra special. All right, there's another game I want to show just for fun, and that's Vanguard. It's been a while since I've shown that on my channel, so I know I've got some Vanguard fans watching Wired Up Retro. Let's give that a try. You can press any of the buttons to get that to work. Uh-oh. Oh, ooh, into the rainbow zone. Here we go. Oh, got me. All right, sticks zone, here we go. Great. One more life. Oh no, that was it. All right, so you can tell the controller's working. I definitely got it working. Let's go ahead and get that second controller working. Let's see how that goes. Okay, so I got my second controller. Let's see how it works. On this game, you just test the keypad. If all the numbers 1 through 8 give a click noise, you know you got your keypad working. And then on Moon Patrol, you check your asterisks and your pound keys. And obviously this is a 2-button game. Yeah, the asterisks and pound work. It's a 2-button game, but let's try a different 2-button game that we haven't shown on this episode as of yet. Dreadnought Factor. All right. Yep. We got bombs, we got lasers, or missiles, or whatever you want to call them. All right, so you can see it's working like a charm. This is one of the better games for the 5200 controller because it's just got that analog capability, which this game is all about. All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I hope some of you out there may benefit from getting the controllers fixed partially and then fully with the new flex circuit. So just let us know if you've ever tried to fix a 5200 controller. What was your experience? I know one of my Wired Up Retro fans out there, Jet Screamer, has done quite a bit of an extensive joystick repair business in the past. So yeah, comment below. Let us know what your experience has been with trying to fix the 5200 controllers. Whether you think it's a worthwhile endeavor. Do you think, well, just put the controller down and get at one of these newer type controllers? Is that your philosophy, or do you kind of like going back to the old school joystick and playing your games that way? So yeah, I look forward to hearing some of those comments below. Our next episode has to do with the Intellivision console. I'm going to be using some controllers that have really never been used on an Intellivision ever before. And it involves using a unique adapter that is available as a schematic for you very inclined electrical gurus out there. But there are people on eBay who have made these before, and it's pretty cool, actually. So I don't do a lot of Intellivision videos, but I'm really looking forward to this one. I do have some very cool controllers to show you guys. All right, so that about wraps it up. I hope you guys are enjoying the holiday season with 2022 right around the corner. I'm sure we've got a very exciting year planned for the next upcoming season of Wired Up Retro. So you guys stay tuned. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you do click that button to subscribe, and you can definitely give me a thumb up. It's great seeing you guys out there. We'll talk soon. Take care.